LR, the liberal redneck here. Coming to you from a country in the midst of a gigantic change in the social dynamic of our culture. We are moving into the age of the woman. We've seen the beginnings in the emergence of female politicians such as Nancy Pelosi, the first female Speaker of the House, and Kamala Harris, the first female Vice President of the United States. For the first time in our history, there are now 4 female justices on our Supreme Court. The Million Woman March protesting the election of Donald Trump foreshadowed the thorough thrashing he received in his 2020 re-election bid. In the United States, women are considerably more likely to be registered to vote and go to the polls than men. Nationally, 61.5% of women were registered to vote in the 2010 midterm election, and 42.7% voted, compared with 57.9% of men who registered to vote and 40.9% who cast a ballot. In the 2012 general election, 67% of women were registered to vote and 58.5% voted, compared with 63.1% and 54.4% of men. Registration and turnout are higher for both women and men in presidential election years than in midterm election years, when, in terms of national office, only members of Congress are elected. That is going to change in the 2022 midterm elections, thanks to the ultra-conservative Supreme Court decision to prevent women from having autonomy over their own bodies by ending Roe v. Wade. President Lyndon Johnson accurately stated that he had lost the South for the Democratic Party for generations when he signed the Civil Rights Act into law. The Supreme Court has lost women for the Republican Party, and that is even more disastrous. This was evidenced in deep red Kansas when they recently voted overwhelmingly to preserve the right to control their own bodies. The age of the old white man is in a downward spiral. They have ruled our nation since its inception, and we are past the time for a fundamental change. Women have discovered their power and are finally starting to utilize it in the political arena. We can expect landmark advances in social legislation. They will certainly regain control of their own bodies, and no child will be forced to have a baby. Family leave, an institution in most industrialized nations, will finally become a reality in the United States of America. The same for equal pay for equal work. We will find ourselves engaged in fewer wars when the control of our country is not so testosterone-driven. Children will be given a much higher degree of attention and care. The planet will thrive under the new leadership. The age of the woman movement is still in its early development, but it will get a gigantic boost in the 2022 midterm elections. Remember, the 8th of Roevember, a date that shall be immortalized in the history books as a turning point in our cultural advancement. Show us how it's done, women. You are our only hope. You can reach me with comments, questions, or suggestions at theliberalredneck@gmail.com, and you can listen to all our podcasts at blogtalkradio.com/theliberalredneck. Thanks for watching.